How? How was I going to get over this? How was I going to get ready? Fast forward to 2013, and I had created an online TV show called Kirsty TV. I had interviewed over 150 people on their stories of addiction, depression, rape, trauma, and all kinds of secrets and shame. And they were sharing how they had moved forward from it. They were giving other people hope. I started to feel like a fraud. I started to feel like, how could I ask other people to share their secrets, and I wasn't willing to share my own? I was doing press and radio and interviews, and people were asking me what had been the vision for my talk show. Why had I even started this work? And I couldn't even tell the truth about that because it was linked to my secret. It was around this time I got asked to do the TEDx talk. Now let me be clear. I had zero intention of sharing my own secret. I was going to talk about everybody else's. I was going to talk about the work. I was going to talk about the 150 interviews and the research and the universal lessons that I had seen around shame and stigma and fear and secrets, but I was not going to tell my own. Well, I don't know if you've had this experience with universe, life, God, whatever you want to call it, where sometimes it sends you little taps on the shoulder. And when you don't listen, there might be little knocks that get a little bit louder. Or maybe it starts to shake you until you wake up and you listen. Well, the next day I was talking with a client, Angelique. I didn't know that morning that this phone call was going to be one of those life-shaking moments. Just as we're about to hang up the call, she says to me, I have some intuitive ability. Sure, I'm cool with that. She says, I have a message coming through for you. Would you like to hear it? Sure. You're supposed to stop telling other people's secrets. It's time to tell your own. I felt like I'd just been shot in the chest. How did this woman who I hadn't even spoken to the day before know this about me? How did she know the very thing that I was afraid of doing? I wanted to run, I wanted to hide, and I felt like I was standing on a precipice with a decision to make, and I wasn't ready to make it. I still didn't know how I was going to get from here to there, to be ready, but I knew in my heart that I needed to. I knew that these lessons from the universe life were being sent to me for a reason, and there were several others in the weeks leading up to that TEDx talk. And I made the decision, as you saw, that I was going to share my secret. After 18 years of keeping that secret, it was like the weight of the world had been lifted from me. I had no clue beforehand how life-changing this would be. I seriously thought I'd done all my work just by the fact that I was ready to share the secret. I was done. But it was just the beginning. It was the most transformative experience of my life.